Hey everyone, I'm back. So today is the day we finally do the review on this, I'm going to call it the Qkking, Qkking, Qkking GV08S SmartWatch. It comes in three colors. I have the silver and black, silver watch face or silver body of the watch with a black wrist strap, silicone wrist straps. You have a gold with brown or what they call coffee wrist straps, and you have an all black one. Anyways, here is finally the review. I got this last week, and it's almost been 6 days since I have gotten this watch and used it. And long story short, I'm already going to return this watch for a refund. I put in my refund or for return today, this morning, and here's why. It keeps losing Bluetooth connection. I mean, for the price right there, you guys see that? Amazon Prime, $64, $68. I thought it was a good deal. I mean, this watch can do pretty much everything the Samsung Galaxy S watch can do, just for a fraction of the price. And now, you know what they say, you get what you pay for? That's exactly true with this watch right here. So, like I said, long story short, it keeps losing Bluetooth. It seems to have, the hardware seems pretty good. I mean, from the metal on this watch, which is scratch proof, to the big long battery life on this watch. You can add a memory card expansion. You can put a SIM card in here, so you don't even need your watch to make phone calls. And most importantly, what I told you guys why I wanted a smartwatch is so I can check my notifications on my watch, you know, on my wrist, without pulling out my phone out of my pocket or the holster while I'm training clients. And this was no help when it came to that, because it kept losing Bluetooth. The watch would be inside the holster on my hip, or inside my pocket, in my pants pocket or short pockets, and from that close, and while I'm wearing the watch, it would always lose Bluetooth. So the instructions that this came with says, please don't shut the Bluetooth notify service when you are clearing hardware in the background. So first of all, the instructions in here are pretty lousy. They don't really show you too much or tell you too much how to set up the watch. And the QR code right here to download the app is useless, because the app is in Chinese. So let me show you guys that. I'm going to use my other phone, my Galaxy 3, to download the app, and we'll try to set it up, and you'll see what happens. So there's you can scan this QR code here on the on this instruction manual, and there's also a QR code inside of the watch. Yeah, inside of the watch for the apps, and do it from there. So we're gonna try to download this app, and you'll see. Come on. Come on. My Note 3 won't focus. Okay. See that? So here is the website to download the app. It's all in Chinese, right? Well, how do you know what button to press? So I'm looking at this part right here where it has a down arrow, and that's usually, like, I don't know, but to me it's a universal symbol to download the app. So I hit that orange the orange bar right there, and then it'll say file download. Do you want to open your default browser to download the app? So I'm going to open up Chrome. I'm going to say just once, and so we're going to download it. And I've read all these reviews on Amazon, not just on this particular watch, but on all of the watches that seem to have the Mediatek. Okay, this type of file can harm your device. Do you want to? Yes, we'll put OK. And we're going to start. It's starting to download now. So while it's downloading, let me talk you guys through the problem with this watch. So reading the reviews on Amazon and online, it's not just this watch, but it seems like every watch that has a Mediatek chipset or processor, the MTK 6200 series or something like that with Bluetooth 3.0, and some of them have Bluetooth 4.0 capability. A lot of the reviews I've read have that, not just this watch, that it seems to lose Bluetooth connection frequently or very easily. The newer ones, the newer watches that have I think it's Mediatek MTK 2500 series or something like that. There's an app that you can get from the Play Store called Mediatek Smart Devices, and I'll show you that. So yeah, I try to download all these different apps for it from the Play Store, because I did a Google search on how to install the app, and there was a good video on YouTube where it shows you, and you look for U8 right there, U8 smartwatch, and I tried all of these apps right here, all of the apps, almost all of them, and none of them seem to work good. So see this Mediatek smart device right there? If you have the other, I guess the newer processor is the Mediatek MTK 2502 chip. You can download this app, and there's supposedly a setting. It didn't show up on mine when I downloaded it. Well, it wouldn't. The app kept crashing on my phone on for this watch. It kept crashing. It says app has closed or something like that. So I couldn't check that. They said you could go into the app and look for, like, find your Bluetooth range. It didn't happen on mine. Okay, this is still downloading, or is it? Yeah, and it's a pretty big app size for so you see that it's still downloading. Either my wireless is running slow because it's raining here in beautiful San Diego. It's not downloading quick enough. Anyways, while that's still downloading, so yeah, the app wouldn't work. None of the apps here seem to work well except for one, and to give me all the functionality out of this watch, the only app that seemed to work when I looked for U8 smartwatch was this app right here. It's called SmartWatch BT. That's probably for Bluetooth 4.0 APK. And so with this app, it seemed to get all the functionality for the watch, you know, to getting your notifications and things like that, and to using the pedometer and every little thing like that. But like I said, it kept losing Bluetooth. So what I did when I did another Google search, it came up with this app that you can download, or APK file that you download, and it'll install it. And once you install the APK file, it you update it, and then once you update the APK file, lo and behold, you get all the functionality And then for a while the Bluetooth connection was good until, again, I tried it out the next day, and I put the phone in my pocket, and as soon as I put the phone in my pocket and the watch is on my wrist, it lost connection again. So let me show you guys that app. So we're going to go here to Bluetooth. We're going to turn on Bluetooth on my Note 4, and right there it says GV08S. That's what I named the watch. It says it's paired, so now it's going to pair, and it says it right there, Galaxy Note 4 connected. Oh, here's another thing. You see this? It says sync date and time with the remote device. Every time I do sync date and time and say yes, it'll so here's all the messages. It has every notification that comes through on my phone, including what apps I downloaded, everything. Okay, see, so every time I'm gonna hit cancel on there, I pair it, it goes, see how the time changed? It was 11:24, now it's 12:24, because every time I tell it to pair with my watch, for some reason it always goes to, even though I set it up for Los Angeles as the time zone, it always goes to Phoenix time zone. Let me show you that. So we're going to go here to phone settings, and then where it says set home city, it always goes back to Phoenix as the home city, even though for how many times I set it up for Los Angeles as my home city. So I'll have, West Coast time. It keeps going to Phoenix time every time it tells you if I want to sync it with my device. So I'm here, like I said, in Chula Vista, California, which is I guess you could say a suburb of San Diego. So I'm going to go back again. So right there, see, that's Phoenix time, 12:25. Here in Chula Vista, California, it's actually 11:26. So that was really frustrating. So every time it would say, do you want to sync your date and time with your phone, I would just say no. Okay, but everything else, all the other apps worked well. It's got a supposedly a 2-megapixel camera there, and on my my Galaxy Gear first generation that snapped on me, I would use this camera. It was only like I think it was a 1.9 megapixel camera. The 1.9 megapixel camera took better pictures, and yeah, it took just better pictures overall than this thing for a 2.0 megapixel on both video and pictures. I wish I could show you, but the video, especially if the lighting is not very good and you're indoors, is I'm not going to say shaky, but it skips. It seems like when you watch it, it skips a lot of frames, and I'm blaming that on the chipset itself. Either the manufacturers that make these watches have not optimized the software or the firmware to go with the hardware on this device, like Samsung has done with their watches, or Apple or Google or stuff like that. Because like I said in my unboxing, it's not Android wear. So that was pretty frustrating, but all the other things work well. The other thing I wanted and I liked with this watch is this thing, right? This functionality I thought was very important, because I use it on my Galaxy Gear, this anti-loss thing. So if you're trying to look for your phone, you don't know where you placed it, or you misplaced it, or you walk too far away from it, you can find your phone, or it'll remind you that you're too far away from your phone. But this thing won't. Watch, I'll hit anti-loss right here, the red button, and We'll go to looking for a phone. We'll hit OK, and it's going to try to look for my phone, and it can never find it. See, cannot find device. Let's do that again. OK, please wait. Cannot find phone. The phone is right here. I'm still connected through the app, and it can't find the phone. So that feature is useless. It does make phone calls though. It does make phone calls through the Bluetooth connection on the watch, and that was a very good feature. You can check your messages when you're connected. So here's the inbox, and see, as you guys can see, there's a few of my in the messages that I received today. Like I said, the video camera is good. There's that app that you can control your music, and the beautiful thing about this, unlike the Galaxy Gear where you have to use the native or the app that comes with TouchWiz for your media player, you can use any media player, and it'll control the media player that you're using. Like I use MX Media Player, and it could control that. It'll shuffle the videos around or music that you're playing. You can skip, fast forward, control, all those kind of things. So and then you have this app right here, just like on the Asus Zen watch, one of the watches that I was considering getting, which I'm probably going to get now, either first or second generation. And if I hit that, you see right there, I can take pictures with the watch, or I can use the watch to take pictures off of my phone and control it, and that app, that function worked pretty well. So it had some useful things and functionality with it. The only thing is, it's useless as a notification device, because I swear the watch and the phone have to be right next to each other for them to stay connected. So watch, I'm gonna put this phone like say a feet away, right? Just 1 feet away or something, and it's gonna lose connection. While I'm saying that, let's see if that app downloaded. Son of a gun, the app is still trying to download. So it's a 12.44 megabyte size, and it's still, things are not going well with this. It's still trying to download. It's only at 32%. Unbelievable. Why is my Wi-Fi going so slow? You know what? I don't want this to go any slower, or this review to take any longer. But trust me, guys. When you download the app, there's no way. You have to register. You have to register the app in order for you to use any of the functionality. I believe the app is actually kind of like this app right here. So let me show you guys that. So it says enable accessibility. I'm going to do that. Then you have to enable accessibility settings on your phone. So I did that right there. It says SmartWatch on, and there's the app right there. I believe the app that you download is the same, only on their QR code it's in Chinese, so you can't use the app if you download it off of the QR code, because everything is Chinese, because they want you to register, put in your information like your name, your email, and things like that. So I see, and every time this app loses Bluetooth connection, it goes back to some defaults like this in centimeters, and it's in Chinese, where you're with your information, gender, height, weight, birthday, things like that. Everything is almost always in Chinese, and nothing wrong with Chinese, but I can't speak Chinese, I can't read Chinese, so the app that comes with this that you get off of the instruction or the watch itself, which is, let me show you guys that, is pretty much useless. There it is. There's the app there that you can get off of the watch also. And this thing also can mimic the look of the iPhone watch. So if you go here to themes, where is themes? Let me look for themes. There it is, themes. It has two themes. So that the theme that we're on with the menu and widgets and everything, that was theme 1. So I'm going to go to theme 2, and now we go back to the menu and see it looks like the Apple Watch right there. And you know, a lot of people are asking me, is that the Apple Watch? Is that the Apple Watch? And I'm like, no, it's not the Apple Watch. It's not an Android Wear watch. It's just a generic smartwatch that is supposed to help me get my notifications, but it was pretty useless as that. So that's, long story short, that's why I'm returning it. No Bluetooth connection. It keeps losing Bluetooth, and without the Bluetooth connection, I pretty much, you know, it's useless to me as a smartwatch. The camera and all the other stuff that come with it, making phone calls, that's a bonus, but it's useless. So, you know, if you just want to, if you want just a regular timepiece, a watch, you won't be disappointed well, you might be if you live in the West Coast and it keeps going to a different time zone. So the pedometer part of it does work. It does work, and I actually like the pedometer on this because you can't fool it like you can with the Galaxy Gear. The Galaxy Gear, if I move my hands around like up and down, it'll actually count things as a step. With this watch, you actually have to be moving around, you know, taking steps for it to record as a step. So that's a plus. And you can, you know, it checks your sleep. I don't know how it checks my sleep. It only checks it by, I guess, time, because you know, it has a timer to check your sleep or how long you've been sleeping. I don't think it really measures like how good or the quality of your sleep is while you're sleeping, because I don't know, there's no sensors here in the back. It doesn't check heart rate. And the other thing that kind of is a negative is it doesn't have a stopwatch. This is my regular diver's watch, and most watches that are geared toward like outdoor activities or fitness have a stopwatch, right? This does not have a stopwatch, and the bad part is, because it's not Android Wear or, you know, Apple Watch or whatnot, it has its own proprietary system. You can't download any extra apps to give it more functionality, and you can't you know, you could only use whatever app that it comes with. You can't download extra apps, and you can't you know, I wouldn't have mind if not being able to download extra apps, but some of the apps that they have are, I'm not going to say gimmicky, but you know, they might have their uses, and some of them might not. But like I said, the main thing why I wanted to get this was for notifications, but I can't check notifications if I keep losing Bluetooth connection every time. So that's the review right there, and that's why it's getting returned. I'm gonna look at other smartwatches. I don't know, I was gonna order another watch like this from a different brand, and but I think all of the Mediatek watches, or all the smartwatches with the Mediatek processors that are from China, they all seem to lose their Bluetooth connection if you look on all the reviews on Amazon and things like that. So that's it, guys. I'm going to be searching for another smartwatch to use. In the meantime, I'm going to use my standby Armatron diver's watch, and then who knows. I was waiting for the Asus ZenWatch 2 or the new Galaxy smartwatches, the Gear smartwatches from Samsung, and so I wanted something like this, cheaper, just to you know, as a standby device to use while I'm still waiting for those newer watches to come out for Android Wear. But like I said, if you know, if you don't mind the limited apps that are on here, not being able to download other apps because of the ecosystem, that, you know, it's a proprietary operating system on this watch. Even at least Samsung with their Tizen operating system for the watch, they actually do have an app store and everything like that. This does not. So that's it. No Bluetooth keeps getting lost even when the watch is nearby. That was the main thing. Bluetooth kept getting lost. There's no app store that comes with this. The instruction, the app is useless because it's in Chinese, so you have to do a Google search and have a lot of patience and try to find, you know, an app that can go with this watch, because like I said, the watch itself, the app that comes with it, is in Chinese. I wanted to really like this watch. I did. I really wanted to like it. I mean, I tried everything I can to try to make it compatible and to where I can use my notifications, but it didn't work out that way. So here's a little walkthrough again of this watch. You have the Bluetooth, or I'm sorry, the micro USB port right there to charge the watch. You have a speaker here so you can hear your calls. You have a 2.0 megapixel camera. The watch bands right here, as you can see, you can replace those. If you probably wanted to, you can replace them. And back here is the battery that if you remove it, there's a SIM card tray and a micro SD card tray, up to 32 gigabytes that you can put for your micro SD cards in here. So that was really nice, but I really wanted to like it, but unfortunately it's getting returned because I can't use it as a notification device to check my messages and things like that, because once I put this phone inside my pocket or on my holster and the watch is on my wrist, it keeps losing Bluetooth connection. And it was pretty frustrating because then you'd have to pull out your phone again and try to reconnect it. That's the only thing you can do for it to reconnect, is pull your phone out of your pocket and try to reconnect it again or pair it again, because it keeps losing that Bluetooth connection. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying through with this review. And I wonder if it downloaded. And the app still has not downloaded, so my Wi-Fi is going real slow. I don't know, it's because of the rain or whatnot. So that is it. That's the review. It's got good hardware. Seems to have good hardware. The software, firmware, and everything needs to be optimized for this watch to make it really work real well. I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could probably put Android Wear on this watch if I had the patience, but I looked through XDA developers forums and couldn't find anything for these watches to turn them into an Android Wear watch. So I don't know, maybe I'll try, but I already put in the request for a refund, so this watch is going back. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.